Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Alex. I'm with Flawless. Obviously, you're a happy man.
Of course. Yeah. Happy about the result. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy we scored a goal.
Good goal by João Felix. And you lot did create. I was saying it during Lewis's fan cam. You lot did create chances. You did. Like, why do you man smirk and think I'm rolling? You lot created chances.
Well, first of all, usually we don't create that many chances, so it's shock. But then it's like, do you honestly think we're going to take those chances? Like, mate, how many balls went in right on the line? Probably 5 decent crosses, and nobody got on the end of it, except for Havertz with that terrible header.
Header was awful. We were legit just watching it back because I was trying to remember it because Victor mentioned it to me, and I was like, yo, he missed a free header from 6 yards out.
So it looked as bad as we thought it was.
It's worse. And then when they show it in slow motion, he's absolutely free in the 6-yard box. I think it was 1-0 at that point, or maybe 0-0. Should score definitely. But yeah, I didn't realise how bad you lot were.
You didn't realise? After all those streams with Lewis.
All right, here's what I'll say. Let me clarify that. I knew you lot were bad, but when you see it live and you can see the full picture, then you realise that. But that's the same for us. Yes, we won the game 4-1, but it wasn't a 4-1 game. But that being said, we created a lot of chances, very similar to you lot. Very, very similar to you lot. Created so many chances, didn't take them. And we scored 4. Even the McTominay one at the end. Rashford had a couple. Canacho got into good opportunities. Sancho, Bruno hit the bar as well from just inside the box where he should score. It's a one-on-one. So yeah, man.
There definitely seems to be more of a buzz around the place. I mean, I came in when you beat us 4-0 with Solskjaer. Atmosphere wasn't that great that day, to be honest with you. There definitely seems to be much more hope.
There's more hope because obviously, 1, the manager, and 2, there is quality players on show. There's a reason Casemiro's song rings out the most. His song rings out more than anybody's because he's clear and a cut above everyone else we have on the pitch, in particular in the midfield as well. That showed there that's 2, your attack and our attack on paper, both poor attacks. I was saying that to Lewis before the game. I was like, look at these attacks on paper. But that being said, you lot should have scored more goals. We should have scored more goals. But it just goes to show how defensively bad you lot are, and we weren't defensively at our best today either. Why the deep inhale of breath?
No, do you know what it is, right? Usually I have a question straight off the back. I don't have questions, mate.
You're broken. Are you at the 5 stages of grief? Are you at acceptance? Is that where you're at? I do be watching Chelsea Fan TV, people. I'm a fan. Even when you lot win, I do watch. I hit a like button. Don't always comment, but I always support. All the time. I'm not a troll.
I've always got a question, mate, and I'm running out, mate. We're losing more games than we're winning. We are a relegation team. Lampard left Everton and joined another fucking shit show, mate. It's terrible. And to be fair, there is one positive we got today. Todd Bowley's taken a step back.
So he's only going to be involved, 20% of the time, I read?
He's probably going to be involved in withdrawing money from the club, but let's not go too far into detail.
The one thing is, even though he spent money, so that goes to show his heart's in the right place. You don't spend 600 million on something you don't care about.
In the contract, they had to spend that money. They had to, right? So they had to spend $1.5 billion, mate, in 10 years. So he just went and spent a third of that straight away in the first season, and that worked out well. I think the whole reason behind it was the long contracts. He thought, right, if we can spread out the payments, get a long contract, it's good financially, but we're not even in the Champions League, mate. So, they're trying to be clever and just shot ourselves in the foot.
But it's 1 game a week next week, and not next week. 1 game a week next season for you lot. So maybe, and you got Poch, who I do think is a good manager. I think he's the best fit for what you have. Because one thing you lot have done is made a bad decision and then made it worse with an even worse decision. Like sacking Potter, fully understand that. Why it took so long, I don't know. But then you sack Potter and then got Frank Lampard, who previously, before Graham Potter, was your worst manager at Chelsea. I don't understand it. I really don't understand.
Do you think we should have just kept Potter until the end of the season and then sacked him?
If Lampard was the answer, yes. You roll out anybody. That's what didn't make sense. Is seeing people said, he did it to appease the fans. No, appease his fans, winning football matches. Good performances. That's how you appease the fans, because as soon as you lot started losing, look where that love for Lampard went. And it's happened previously. You have previous experience of this just happening whenever was it 2 seasons ago he was here? Last year, whenever he was here? I don't get it. It didn't make no sense. But yeah, like I said, even though we won 4-1, it wasn't, I thought it was just me. Am I just being super critical? But it wasn't a great performance. It wasn't a 4-1 game, but then we created a lot. But we just, at times, in particular the first half, didn't keep the ball well at all. Couldn't get out.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you guys thought it was bad last year with Ranić. You thought that was bad.
It was bad.
Look at us, mate.
Yeah, it could be you lot are worse, but it's just 2 levels of bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like here, you lot were like here. Like, it's 2 levels of. We're like you lot this season have had your worst ever Premier League season, correct? Under Oli and Ragnick last season, we had our worst ever Premier League season. So it could get better for you lot, because you do have players there that can do something.
I thought you were just rubbing it in, mate.
No, see, why do people always think I'm just, just running jokes? Like, I'm not like, it's not that. I'm not just running jokes, like, legit. But hopefully, and hope you lot keep Mount as well. Let's say that. You lot need to keep. I'm not trying to see Mason Mount here. I'm watching the game and going, Mason Mount is not adding to our quality here. He's of no help here.
You don't want Mount?
Definitely don't want. Do you want to keep Mount?
The thing is, for me, I'm like, listen, if you can have a realistic wage, like, give him a pay rise. The guy's on like 90 grand a week, I think. Put him up to 200. It's more than double, mate. But he's asking for 250, 300, the same if not more than Reece James. I don't think he's as good as Reece James. He's been player of the season before, but he's been player of the season when, quite frankly, it could have been other players, So I can't really justify that.
You're saying he's a squad player. That's what Alex is saying. You're saying he's a squad. I can read through this. So, all right. So let's do this.
I'm saying he's.
Let's do this. So you have Enzo Fernandez, who's a starter for you, correct?
They play in different positions.
I'm just making a point here. So you have Enzo Fernandez who starts, correct? Yeah. And then you are looking to say you want Chelsea to sign a DM. I be watching, so I know what players he likes. Yeah. So you need a DM. So it's Enzo and the new DM. Now you only have the number 10 spot, correct? You've got Nkunku coming in, correct? Yeah. So where does Mount play in your midfield?
Mount can play anywhere. That's the beauty. He can play on the left, on the right. He can play out wide. Okay, so it's not his best position, but he can do it.
He's going to play wide right next season.
I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not saying that. Listen, I'm saying he's a decent player. He's a good player. I'd like him to stay. But listen, if he's demanding fucking Martial wages, like, you can dip, mate.
Do you think Mason Mount is your best right winger at the club right now?
He's not even a right.
Okay. Do you think he's your best?
He's versatile. That's what I'm trying to.
Next thing he's gonna say, he works hard. That's what it is. He works hard, covers the hard yards, covers grass.
Cut me some slack, mate. Cut me some slack.
I'm just being honest here. I know you don't rate him, but it's okay. I know you don't rate him. I know so. That's why. You've got Enzo, a new DM who you're going to sign, and then Nkunku's going to play in the 10, or João Felix. There's no space for him in the midfield. All the wide players you lot, Sterling, Madueke, Modric, even though Modric was awful today. You may sign someone else. You're definitely going to sign a number 9. Where does he play? And it's like, he don't start for us. And I don't even rate our midfield like that. Casemiro's quality. I want to upgrade on Eriksen. That is not Mason Mount. Bruno and Mason Mount, Bruno's slightly better. But I want an improvement on Bruno as well. He don't start for us. He don't move the needle. We're talking, 55 million? And he's got a year left on his deal. Like, what is it? Like you said, yeah, he's versatile.
I'm ending it there. You have a good one.